Okay. Hi, Priya. So I'm Siris Rivas, and I have Priya Atli here with me. Yeah.
Coming
And
here.
yeah, and I'm in Savannah, Georgia right now. And we've been having some discussions the last couple of weeks about people with special needs. And Priya, with her lovely awareness, invited me to do a call, to create a call to discuss this topic. And Priya, what was it that led you to ask for this?
Actually, frankly speaking, it just you were the invitation. First of all, if you had not been an invitation, I would have spoken about this topic to anyone. I thought this is it, and I cannot do anything about it. And when you spoke in Rome and you asked a couple of questions to Gary, that's when it opened up that, yeah, there are people who are working on it, and I must look at the possibility of creating a different future for these kids who are labeled as special kids. So, frankly, it was you who triggered this question in me that what else is possible for this kid.
You know, and people have mentioned that question that I asked in Rome, and what Priya is referring to is we were in certified access consciousness facilitators training in Rome, Italy in March, and I got up and I knew I had to ask a question, and I'm not even sure what question I asked right now. I've listened to the replay, and there's still so much charge in my world with whatever I asked. But I knew there was something there. And what I do recall was I was asking how else I can be a contribution to the world and to children and families that have children with special needs, people with special needs, and families that love them, that care about them, that worry about them, that are wondering about how they can contribute to the world. And after a couple of discussions and back and forth with Priya, I created this call that we're super excited about, that has just so much energy to it already. And the call is named, have you been told that that the world would be a better place without people with special needs? And
Yeah.
after speaking with Priya, one of the things that was coming up was, well, if people don't see them as a contribution or gift just for them being them,
Yeah.
then it's a lot harder to see what's possible with them, empower them, give them the tools so that they can be more independent, so that they can have careers and volunteer and relationships and whatever they actually desire. And so I work with all these parents, and I work with all these children and young adults that have special needs. And one of the things that I became aware of since Rome, and as I was asking questions about how to contribute to the world and to these people, was, well, this underlying energy keeps being there, that the world would be better without them. That's this reality, and a lot of what we're told is that the world would be better, things would be easier without them. And just as soon as I even say that right now, everything gets so heavy for me. And as
Yeah.
we know in access consciousness, if something's heavy and contractive like that, it's a lie. But a lot of
Yeah.
people have bought that lie. A lot of people are getting sent that message. Certainly the parents that I work with, they're being told, be it explicitly or energetically and implicitly, that the world would be better if their child with disabilities, with special needs, with gifts and capacities wasn't around. How does that show up for you in your world? Like, have you gotten that message?
Yeah, a lot of it actually. I can relate to what you're saying. And I'm so happy when you mentioned that if we do not limit them with these levels, they can have their career, they can have relationships, they can live a life that they desire to live. And that's an awesome energy I would like to have for sure for these kids.
Yeah.
And yes, that motivates me a lot, or that invites me a lot. I just can't describe it, how I felt when you were just describing those things for those kids, actually.
Yeah.
Felt very
Yeah.
light.
I mean, and one of the things that one of the targets that we have for this call is to invite people to actually acknowledge the gift of these children and these young adults and these people. And also for those that work with them, that love them, that have them in their families, for you to actually get what else is possible and how to empower them and how to not unintentionally send them the message that there's something wrong with them. That because sometimes when we start buying that point of view from doctors and therapists and teachers and other family members, then we unintentionally send that message to the child. They're very aware, they pick up on that. And so what if we could actually choose something different and be something different for them and for us?
So Siris, would you like to tell us about what would this call contribute to everyone who would be attending it, or the kids and their parents actually? What would it contribute?
What I would like to contribute is for it to be a space where people can bring up the things that have been really challenging for them, and for them to know that we'll have their backs and that we won't judge them for whatever they say, that it doesn't have to be that it's always so easy, because I'm not going to lie, it's not always easy. How to navigate those spaces where you don't have to feel like you have to isolate yourself because people have these points of views about your child and about you, that what it would be like for you to actually have more ease with empowering your child, with empowering yourself and feeling like you can advocate for them, that you can have their back, that you can have your own back, that you can actually still have nurturing relationships with your partner if it's affecting your relationship. That sometimes creates a lot of stress financially, energetically, intimately with your spouse when you have a child with special needs. And so how do we can look at all of that and more. I'm curious to see who the people who get on the call, what they bring up. And we're willing to go wherever you want us to go. What resources and tools and questions do you have about this topic? And see what else is possible that maybe you have never considered. See what else is possible that maybe you have never considered and never seen anyone else consider around you. Because that's one of the things that for me, I was like, wow, I didn't know a lot of the things are possible that I now know are possible because I didn't see people treating my siblings that way. So I thought it was this unique, rare thing. And then as soon as we were out in the world and we were being something different, people started being like, oh, your sister is living on her own. Oh, your brother is going to college. Like, no one thought that was ever going to be the case. They thought that for both of them, one who has spina bifida and a physical disability, and my brother who's hard of hearing in both ears, they always thought that they would have to live with my mom their whole life. But we didn't have that projection and expectation of them, me or my mom or my dad. We were like, let's see what actually shows up. Let's see what's actually possible, and not immediately conclude that their life is going to be this certain way. So really getting more clarity and letting go of all the stuff that we might be projecting at these kids and at these people, so we actually know what's true, is one of the things, one of the biggest targets that I have for this call. What would you like to get out of the call?
Awesome. Whatever you said, that was just bang on. These are the concerns most of the parents have. And when you shared that your own siblings are doing something different from what was projected at them by the rest of the world, it gives a lot of hope to all the parents who would be probably choosing this call. So thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being that energy so that we could create a different reality together. Thank you.
Thanks for asking.
I have no expectation. My expectation.
Yeah, we're tossing all the expectations out. Yeah, exactly. And then, and how
So,
much more fun could we have? I mean, one of the things that a lot of my parents are bogged down about is they're so busy worrying and going to doctor's appointments and therapy appointments and finding out resources and books that they're not actually getting to enjoy the time with their kids. And so we're going to also play in this call and and hopefully laugh a lot. I'll laugh, and you can join me or not, but I'll be laughing.
together we can create a laughter. So, can you give some more details of the call? When is it going to be? And it's going to be online. It's available for everyone to join. Is there any prerequisite for this? And who can join?
There's no prerequisites. Anybody, anybody and everybody can come. It is $22 US dollars. It'll be, let's see, I'm looking at the info here. It'll be on the 27th, so this week in 3 days at 8 a.m. Eastern of the US and 5:30 p.m. in India. And everywhere in between, we have people that are going to be on from Australia and New Zealand as well, from Brazil, where it's even available for translation to Portuguese if you want translation in Portuguese. And we have that on the description, so that's really cool, because we're finding that there are many countries and many cultures that they don't talk about this. They don't. It's kind of embedded in the culture to hide away these children and the people and these families, and so that's part of that isolation. And one of the things that I would love to do is to bring them into the light, to bring what contribution they really are to the world out into the light, so they can shine out. So that's the call for that one. And we're also going to have a deeper dive that follows right afterwards, a 4-part call that starts October 7th. And so if you already know that this is a topic that you'd like to really delve into deeper, and it not be kind of a more intro call, that also doesn't have any prerequisites. Both of them are online. And so we'll see what goes from there. It'll be October 7th through the 13th. It'll be really short together, a series of call. All of these will have replays. If you can't make it live, send me or Priya any of your questions that you might like us to address in the call if you can't make it live, or if you just don't want to forget, and you just send it to us now and we'll hold it for you and we will bring it up and address them in the call, okay?
Awesome, great. I'm excited, and I'm sure we are going to have a lot of fun and possibility showing up in this call. I'm personally excited, and I feel that if we can change the world for kids, the next generation is done. So our job of changing the world is not a job at all. We just need to look at the kids and give them what they require, and that's it, done. So this connects so much with what I like to do with kids. And as I said, I'm excited, join in. We're going to have a lot of fun, and Siris is amazing. I met her just once, but I knew that she had the potency to change the world for kids. Do join in. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for asking and for your energy as well, Priya. And I will see you in a couple days on the call.
Yes, we will. We'll see each other. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.